Hey guys, welcome back to Get Shit Done today. So now I'm just going to talk you through how you make like really attractive looking kind of ebooks and free products to entice your potential clients in and to build know, like, and trust and build up your authority figure in your area or your niche or the area that you're working in your business. So for instance, I used to do a lot of personal training and social media stuff. So I used to do a lot of training females exclusively. That was kind of the niche I was in. So I see here's one I've created. It's just like a little image, which I made on Canva. But you can make nice little looking ebooks. So if you go on Canva, create canva.com. If you go on there and basically it says create a design. So here it says reach your peak, and then you got you can either do like A4, Facebook posts, blog graphics, social media presentations, ebooks, and flyers. So let's just go on, for instance, here about ebook. Okay, and then basically we want to create something that looks really nice and compelling and pretty sexy and looks really professionally done. Okay, so let's, for instance, on here you've got loads of different, so it says straight away here you've got different layouts which you can use for like a cover of like an ebook to give away. So it might be 5 steps to XYZ, or everything you need to know about blah blah blah, or something like that. Something educational, something very high value as well, just because you want people to be like, wow, that's incredible. This person's a real good authority figure. Okay, so let's just go on here, for instance, let's go on here. We'll just, for instance, let's just drag and drop, really that easy. And then down here you've got all the other pages that you can use. So for instance here, so here's a thing about fitness, health and lifestyle. So what you can do is just change the image if you want to. You keep the same image if you want. So for instance, if you're talking about your bread, let's just go on here, and then here's the titles. So you can just edit it. So you just be like, 5 things you didn't know about bread, or something. Know about bread. Okay, and then all you do here to change the fonts and stuff, make it look really sexy, is you can change them all on here. So there, you make it big, you can change the size, make it bold, italics you want to. Yeah, so that's one thing you do straight away, is you just tweak the titles and the background color here. So you just got to click off basically and click on different ones. So that one I'm going to edit here. I'm going to edit the main title. If I click on here, I'm going to edit the subtitle. If I click on the background, I can change the color here if I wanted to. So if I wanted to change it to orange, I could, or red, or white. Probably not white. But yeah, you can play around with that. Or even if you wanted another image, you could add another image. So all you do is go uploads, or go on here and type in bread, or wherever you want, and it will come up with a load of stock images that you can use for, like, some are free, some cost $1. So if you want to use kind of this, I'm not making this look amazing right now, but at the same time, you get a gist how to arrange it. So right now you see that image that I put on top is covered all the writing. So a little trick on this, because rather than you getting really frustrated, which I have in the past, and wanted to throw the computer out the window because it was really annoying me, because I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. So if you put an image on top here, if you go on arrange and press back again and back again, it'll go right to the back. Press forward, so you can choose where you want that image to lie, if that makes sense. But I know that looks terrible right now, so what we can do is delete that again, just leave it kind of as that, or how it was. Okay, and what you can do also, so for instance, let's just show you something. So I'm delete that thing in the background. We're going to change this color so you can see it. It's kind of black. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to drag this up here, and you see now that's that image at the back. Again, if you want to bring it to the front, arrange, you bring it forward. Again, you put it back. Depends on where you want it sitting, which suits your like. Okay. Then what you're also going to do, say for instance, we wanted this writing in, let's say it's in white, the text in white. As you can see here, you can't really see the writing very well. So to make it, if you want to see the writing a bit better, if you go on here, transparency, and you can basically dim it or make it more bright according to how you want it. But that's not the best example. Let me show you a better one. So you really want the writing to stand out a bit better. play around with the transparency. So for instance, it's like this, and they can't really see it. It's because some images are like that. You go on transparency and you make it a bit. See that change there? So that brings the writing out, just like that. Okay, play around with it. Depends how you want it, or obviously just change where the picture lies. Okay, so that's one way you can just go quick start, go on layouts, and just pick how you want it, and then from there you can just go add new page. You can drag that over, and then you can chop and change. All about bread. Unknown fact 1. Unknown fact. Let's say it's #1. And then obviously you can change whatever it might be. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? But that's just an example. So you can do that. You can use the templates. Or if you want to start from scratch, you can do that too. So just let's say we got rid of all this. And you want to use your own images. You want to use your own kind of pictures. All you need to do is go on. There you go away. So if it's not deleting the way you want it to, click on the thing and go delete there. Okay, so that's a totally blank page now. So let's say we want to create our own little page. So here you've got shapes. So let's get a little triangle. We can chuck the triangle here. You can also rotate it however you want. Let's say you want it there. Just have that just peering through there. You just hide in the corner. And then what we can do is just change the color of that. So make it green. Again, we can make it transparent. Boom. Then add titles. So go on text, and you've got main headings, or you've got all of these cool little ones you can chuck in here. So see there, it looks quite cool there. So again, just change the writing to whatever you want it, and then again add subtitles and headings underneath now. So then just edit it. So edit subtitle, blah blah blah. Again, you spend a bit of time on this to make it look pretty and to suit kind of what you're going for in your ebook, wherever it might be. So you can do that. And then if you want to add some more backgrounds, you can add a background color like that if you wanted to, or like that, or it can be white, or these crappy ones. But it's up to you. Or you can add your own ones. So here we've got ClickFunnels one, or for instance, let's use Mr. Miyagi. So all we need to do here, if you wanted him in the background. Yeah, I'm quarter Japanese, and I used to watch Karate Kid with my my nan and granddad all the time. So hence why we've got the Miyagi mindset module. Okay, right. So here you can't see Jack Poo in the background. Okay, so what you do is you go back on here, transparency, and there we go. It brings the things through. Again, we can change the color of that again if you wanted to. Again, you just play around with it to whatever suits you, and then just basically add a new page. So add it with the background. Basically, just delete that background and just change it to whatever you want. Okay, so it's really simple. And if you want to upload any images, upload your own images. So let's say we've got a nice picture of, let's say, a bedroom. You can upload the image and then just drag it across once it's ready. Okay, it should be right down. Just drag it down. So everything's very just drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop. And if you're lacking any images, you can always go on Shutterstock Images. I think it's about £70 a month, or Adobe. Again, you can just play around and you can make this, be creative with it. You can add different elements, like I said, like here. So that was there like that. Make it smaller to fit the page. You can line things up nicely. See the little lines they all add up to make sure they fit nicely. And then what you do is you can use that as a text box, just with some color in the background. So you can change transparency, you can change the color, and then you can add text and overlays on top of it. Then you can change lovely room, and then you can add a little bit of body text underneath, a bit of copy about it. So although this isn't the nicest looking ebook right now, you get my gist. You can edit it as much as you want to suit kind of what you're going for. So whatever you fancy doing for that. Maybe that if it's a free ebook or if it's a training guide or a manual, you can do it all on Canva, and it creates like a nice look and feel. Okay. Again, if you want any stock images, just type them in here. So wherever it might be, if I wanted a picture of a fish, loads of fish will come up, and I could drag a fish in there, resize it. Again, play around with the arrangement of it. You also have this guide here. So what you can do is click on it, press filter, and you just change the kind of filter that you want on it. So you can, again, a bit like on Instagram, you can play around with the colors. But the important thing is here, okay, is get the content down on the paper, and just make sure, again, it looks presentable. But don't worry about perfection. Okay, that's what's going to slow you down. Just make sure it looks nice, just to a good standard, so it looks professional, and the copy's there, and the main content's there. Then once this is done, okay, all you do is go to download, PDF standard type. So I'm gonna get that one. Or if you wanted to use it as a picture for a Facebook post or whatever, then you just save it as JPEG. Okay, and just download. That'll go straight down here, download, and you can find that in your files. And then what you can do as well, sometimes if you create an ebook for ClickFunnels, I think there's a limit on the amount of size the file can be. So if you find that you're adding it as a digital asset, which we'll talk through in a minute, then you're going to have to shrink the PDF down. Okay, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in the next video. Okay, so shrinking PDFs and making sure they fit emails and how they fit ClickFunnels, because there's nothing worse than having done all this amazing stuff, added all made this beautiful little ebook, short ebook, whatever it might be, a downloadable document, free training, and then not being able to upload it to ClickFunnels. It will drive you insane. I've been there multiple times. Okay, so watch the next video on how to shrink the PDF size, and that way you can upload it to ClickFunnels as a digital asset, and I'll show you how to do that exactly. Okay, right, have a play on Canva and get a free goodie or like ebook thing sorted today. Okay, and there's also another video on how to basically how to basically turn this into so it looks like a proper ebook. Okay, and that involves going on Fiverr and hiring someone for about £5 to basically you could just use this front page basically, and they transform it into an ebook, so it looks legit. So you basically use that on your funnels. So download this book now, and then it'll have a picture of this, and it will look kind of like a cool book. If that makes sense. Okay, but watch both the videos and power through and get that done today. All right, good luck.